Hi, I'm Sheila L. Hite, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. And I'm here today to talk to you about this week's astrology. And the theme for this week is Venus. Venus is the planet of, we often think, relationships. But Venus is so much more. Yes, relationships are important. Venus is also the planet of value, especially self-value. It's the planet of healing. It's the planet of balance. And it's also involved with money. It's because value. So Venus figures in everything I'm going to talk about today. And although there are other aspects and other things happening, Venus is the main theme that runs through it all. So we'll start with Friday, which is Venus's day. The planet Venus comes together with, or we call it conjunct. It comes together with, makes a partnership with the planet Uranus. Uranus is the planet of humanity, genius, insanity, weirdness, wonderful strangeness, and invention. It is an amazing planet that draws in energy and evidence that there is way more than us to our picture, to our story. So when Venus conjuncts Uranus, it tells us there will be interesting people coming into our lives. We will have interesting realizations, interesting concepts. The interesting realizations and concepts, really entertain them, think about them, play with them, see how that fits with you. Not how it fits with you as you've always been, but how it fits with you if you were to step outside the box and do something different, try something different, express yourself differently. Because Uranus is about stepping outside the box. Venus is values and balance. So what is the balance that you can achieve by looking at yourself in a whole new way, valuing yourself in a new way, valuing the circumstances that come up for you, and entertaining them, at least walking around them, thinking what if, and acting in what if. It's great. This is it's not an occasion to run off with that interesting stranger you met and marry them, because definitely not for that. It's a great time. You can hang out with the interesting stranger. You can have some great times with them, but Uranus does not last forever. And actually Uranus doesn't last long. So Venus, whatever comes to you, is yours, but the form it takes will change. So if a relationship comes to you, whatever you get from being in that relationship, great. But the form, perhaps the person is the form, will change. So step outside the box and see what gifts are there for you. The other thing that happens on Friday, also, again, Venus's day, is the planet Venus leaves the sign of Taurus, its own sign, and moves into the sign of Gemini. Well, Gemini is all about communication, reaching out, connecting, touching. Venus is all about communication in its own way, reaching out with emotions, with the heart, and touching with feeling in the soul. So this time, when Venus enters Gemini, what will interest you? Information, facts, research, interesting people who stimulate your mind, not just your heart or your loins, but your mind. And so with Venus in Gemini, this is a great time. If you're a writer, it's a fabulous time for you to write. This is great. Phenomenal things will come out. You'll say, oh my God, I did that? Yes, you did that. This is Venus in Gemini is a good time because Gemini rules the hands. So this is a very good time for you if you're a craft person. Let's get busy and make something you want to make. Venus, I love. Gemini, crafts. What do you want to make? What would you love to make? And Venus is in Gemini is a great time to, as you're stepping outside the box anyway, from Venus together or conjunct with Uranus, to really see what it is you really do want in relationships, all kinds of relationships, and what it is you don't want in relationships. So it's an excellent time for you to say, let's take out the books on relationships and value and self-value, and let's look at the credit side, and let's look at the debit side. and let's just determine what we're going to keep and what we're going to let go of. Sunday, Venus again is making 2 sextiles. A sextile is an opportunity aspect. So whenever one planet makes the opportunity aspect to another planet, it says, if you work with me, I will work with you. So Venus is sextile Saturn on Sunday and sextile Neptune on Sunday, meaning that whatever you can dream, Venus, I want, I desire. Also Neptune, whatever you can dream, Saturn can help to make it come true. Venus sextile Saturn is a great time to let's put concrete under our dreams. Let's build a great foundation, and let's build a great structure, and let's start decorating that, because what you have imagined or desired can indeed come true. Venus sextile Neptune, this takes me right back to pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are going to be very important. Write them down. Don't think you're going to remember it, because you're not. A, it's a dream, and B, Neptune is involved. So Neptune is like the fall or the wisp of the wind. And you can have a very great dream that gets foggy when you wake up and disappears on the wisp of the wind. You don't want that. Write them down, because great information is going to be coming to you through your dreams. And again, it's going to aid with Venus sextile Neptune. It's going to aid in your being creative. This is an excellent time, as I said before, with all of these Venusian contacts, to have a great time, to be social in the world, but not a great time to make those lifelong heart-soul connections. Not great. Because Venus, anytime it's near the planet Uranus, or it's in the sign Gemini, or it's associated with Neptune, it means it's not here in the form it arrived in forever or permanently. It's here, get the essence from it, enjoy the relationship, and allow it to morph into what it's going to morph into. So on that note, I say to you, have a great Venusian week, and bye.